welcome back to Fireside Chat with GDRV. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm good. Tom, we're flipping the script.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
How are we doing
We're
that?
flipping the script. Guys, if you're listening to this, Tom doesn't know what's about to happen. But here's the thing.
Oh, no.
We just recorded one of these things. You've probably already heard it. But here we are, and Tom's like, it would be really great to talk about some of these lifestyle photo shoots that we've done with marketing. And, you could talk to me about it. And I was like, okay. And so here we are, hit record. We're about to talk about it, Tom.
No. And he caught me off guard.
I did.
This is all impromptu.
This is
no lie, people.
Yeah. Well, all of these things are
Well, that's
more or
true,
less
but
impromptu.
you really caught me off guard
So
with this
here's
one,
the thing.
So, all
So,
right.
Tom, first of all, Tom,
Yeah.
I do a lot of the talking
Sure.
on this show.
You're
I
very knowledgeable.
Well,
That's why.
I don't know about that. But here's the thing. Today we're talking about you.
Me? Well, not about me.
Well,
but go ahead.
Okay, so first of all,
Yeah.
again, because I know you said this in the first episode, remind everyone what it is your title is here and what you do at Grand Design.
Okay, so my official title is multimedia producer.
All right, so you're producing things. Boy, are you producing things. You do it all.
Well, not all, but
The videos, the photos.
a lot of the content, things like that, you know, videographer, photographer.
And you are a FAA certified drone captain, right?
Yes, I am. I have my Part 107 FAA license to fly drones officially and legally.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, this is an aviation, friendly community and company here at Grand Design.
Sure.
We love the skies.
Well, we live in the Midwest.
We
so,
do. There's really not much else to do. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay.
So here's that you're producing multimedia.
Right.
You do the pictures, you do the videos, and these lifestyle shoots. So in the old days, I remember, the old days, but several years ago, when RV companies wanted to market something, like let's say, you had this fifth wheel, they would go and take a picture of it in their parking lot, and they would Photoshop it over like a picture of Iceland or something,
Right, right.
and it looked fake as all get out. The proportions weren't right.
Yeah.
There was never anyone in the pictures. It was just, thrown together.
Sure.
Fast forward, here we are. We're not doing that, right? We're actually taking these units and going places that people want to go camp.
Sure.
And we're taking pictures of them there. Most recently, where have we been?
Most recently would have been last fall in October.
Okay.
We went to Arizona, Flagstaff area, actually.
Gotcha. Now, I've never been there, so you'll have to fill me in. So desert? We're talking desert area? Or
Yeah. So a little call out to the Flagstaff area people out there, listeners. We were up in the Flagstaff area. The biggest point we hit were the Cinders.
Okay.
Up in that area, north of Flagstaff there. And it was a really cool place to shoot.
So what units did you shoot up there?
Up there at the Cinders, we shot the Momentum Mav.
Okay.
And also the Solitude and also the Reflection 100.
Gotcha. And those things that you shot, those made it into the updated brochures and the website,
yes,
like
wherever they were used, that's been updated on our website.
Yeah.
Printed material, things like that.
Now here's a question, and I'm going to ask this question. A lot of times I'll ask a question, I kind of know the answer. I have no idea what you're going to say next.
Uh-oh.
So these lifestyle shoots, and I've seen it, like there's the videos, the pictures, and there are people in these videos.
Yeah.
In the early days, I knew all the people in the pictures. Recently, I don't know who these people are. Where do we get the people that are in the videos?
Yeah, a lot of times what we'll do is, especially with the trips that are across the country, far away, we will find agencies, talent agencies in the local area,
right,
within a 2-hour driving distance. And we actually procure, from the company headshots of, what we're looking for as far as, the shoot that goes, whether it's, a family of 4, maybe just a husband and wife, or maybe just, whatever may be. And then, so we just kind of, go through that and we pick, what we're looking for the concept of the lifestyle shoot.
Right. So if it is if you're looking at a brochure and there's a husband, wife, and 2 kids, are they actually family, or are they all like?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes it does, and it honestly, when it works out great when they are an actual family, because they have that more. It's natural. When they work together,
right,
and it comes off more natural.
Sure.
But you can still, fake it pretty good, even if they're not related.
Oh, man.
We've had both scenarios.
Are we piercing the veil here? Like, should we be talking about? We're talking about it. Hey, listen, I said we're going to show behind the scenes. Look, this is behind the scenes as it gets right here.
It is.
So the thing is, and I'll tell you, like it's a really big jump forward from like what I said before, like we're just a picture of a. It's actually funny if you go and you look at some, even today, if you look at some brochures, not Grand Design obviously, but if you look at brochures and you see a fifth wheel or a travel trailer and it's in like some picturesque setting, if you look really closely at the front cap, you'll see a reflection of a parking lot in Indiana. That's always my favorite.
Well, yeah, and that happens. And that was actually one of my goals as, the producer of what I do here for Grand Design. I always said, I want to go and actually go to places so we can show what people can aspire to. Mm-hmm. Show them what it really looks like to have our unit in these exotic, cool areas.
Right.
Sometimes that might be a campground. We shoot in campgrounds too, but sometimes we try to find those kind of off the beaten path type of places out in the middle of nowhere that people like to use with the snow-capped mountains, things like that.
Right.
So you do your best, and you're always, limited sometimes to regulations, local regulations, things where you can go, you can't go because you have to follow the procedures, obviously, and the laws. But so that's kind of my goal of the content, is to really show the real deal.
Yeah. So I mean, clearly, I think everybody knows that a brochure picture is staged, but it is meant to be authentic.
It is, yeah. And we want it to be authentic, as much as possible. There might be like little things we do have to Photoshop, like glares and things, but that's just little things, so it's not distracting when people see it. So.
Now I'm going to go ahead and I don't even need social media or email to ask you what the audience is thinking right now. Hey, I own a Solitude. You want to come take a picture of me in front of my Solitude? Why can't we just use, just anybody for these pictures?
And sometimes we do that too. If the situation fits, we have used customers before.
Really?
Yes, we have.
Gotcha. Well, there's the floodgates right there. We're going to have people.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if it just fits the situation and, the timing, schedules, sometimes that does happen.
Yeah. I will say there is an old brochure out there where the current Solitude product manager is sitting in front of a unit around a campfire. And I believe you guys photoshopped a beard on him, which was funny.
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
Yeah, a little while back. Yeah. We're a bit more authentic now. We just don't let him in the pictures.
Yeah, now we just have you grow the beard.
Exactly.
We just wait 6 months. No, I'm just
Fantastic. Yeah. So all right, so Arizona, and I seem to remember you guys went out to New England at one point, right?
Vermont,
okay.
Yeah, that was, late 21, when we were still kind of in that weird stage in our country, as far as the COVID lockdown, or not, it wasn't lockdown at that point, but it was just kind of, it was still a lot of precautions and things, but, we did the right thing. We played it safe, and, it still worked out.
Yeah. So you did Vermont, you did Arizona. Any other ones I'm missing, or?
Oh gosh, since I've been here, we've been to Utah a couple of times.
Right.
California.
There is a video out there at the Salt Flats.
Yes,
and the different units.
That was a cool experience. I'd love to go back there again and do some more things. It's just such a aesthetically cool place to shoot. And I remember when we went to do that shoot, at first I didn't realize, because you see it on TV, you see commercials where they do maybe racing of test cars and things like that, and kind of cool stuff. But when I got there, at first I thought I would have to pay some money or to get a permit to shut down a section of it. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how vast this place is. So we didn't go that route because it would have been too much.
Right.
So we get there, and I got on the Salt Flats, and I could not believe, over here, we were shooting over here in this little area, about a half a mile that way. There's somebody doing a car commercial with a big, camera crane connected. I mean, everybody's but it's so big. It's so much bigger, Jeff, than you could ever imagine out there. It's unreal. And actually, at one part of the Salt Flats, way deep in, a couple miles in, that's how big this place is where they filmed parts of the one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Really?
Yeah, they actually constructed the his ship there as the prop, and then they just left it, I guess, afterwards, and people would take pictures, tourists and things like that at some point.
I seem to remember.
Anyway.
I bet I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So in that one video I'm thinking of, you've got a couple of trucks and they're pulling the units in kind of a formation.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, where did the drivers come from? Do we hire drivers, or are they transport drivers? Or?
Well, yeah, they were that crew, that shoot were transport drivers from a company, and they were great. They were loving it. They were all like little kids, man, because they were like, oh, this is really cool. So they were more than happy to take direction and just do it over. They were like, we sit here all day if you want. I mean, they didn't want to leave.
Right. Yeah. Because I know in the car commercials, you always see the little text at the bottom, professional driver closed course.
Yeah.
Clearly wasn't a closed course, but it was professional drivers. So we're on the up and up.
Yeah. And we weren't going 100 miles an hour like these, these commercial cars are.
Right.
No, it wasn't anything like that at all. But yeah, it was done safely, and it was very cool.
That's fantastic. So how is because I know, it wasn't immediately when you got here, but you started using the drone, and you're a drone captain, as we mentioned. So how has that changed things as far as, the shooting of the different RVs?
Well, what it does, it takes you to almost a different dimension, in a sense of what, if I couldn't fly the drone, everything would be from ground level, which looks nice.
Right.
But something about when you're up there in that air and you get that, that big picturesque view, that wide angle view from the sky showing, let's say a Solitude, rolling down the highway, and you have those mountains in the background, and you can take it all in. It's just visually, it's like, I call it eye candy.
It is.
And
I saw one the other day, and it was from the side of it was a Solitude, I believe, side of the Solitude. You see the backgrounds. It was going through the woods, and you had matched the speed perfectly. I don't know if you did that manually or if the drone could do, but the drone. And like if you were just looking at the truck wasn't moving in the frame at all, because you'd match the speed just perfectly. And I just thought it was such a cool way of seeing a unit being towed, seeing the scenery going by. So it does change things quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. It's like a different dimension, I guess, almost not 3D, but it gives that the brain a different level, something to look at. And it's nothing cooler when it's, the rolling down the highway, like you're saying, and I can get down at the right speed, because what I'll do is we set it all up, and the driver has to, kind of match no more than the maximum speed of my drone. Otherwise, they drive out of frame. So it's all planning.
Now, how fast do the drones go?
It depends. I have a few drones. So there's one that can go up to about 80, 90 miles an hour. That's, full throttle. But I never do that, obviously, because you can't really stay steady.
For liability purposes, he never does that.
No, I don't. Seriously, no. The most I get up to, and again, keep in mind that I check my maps and I know where I can fly safely and not. Things I don't fly in protected, airspace, things like that.
Right.
But the ones I usually do maybe 30, 40 miles an hour, just to keep, if I'm out doing a highway shoots where I got to keep up at higher speeds.
Sure.
Again, it's just all planning. It's all timing, and it's, okay, let's stop. Let's redo it again, turn around, go back again until you get the shot you need.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, I'll kind of close this out with this. At RV shows, and, comes back down to that, because that's a lot of time where we, talk to customers and see customers. There are people that will get pretty much every brochure in the show, the brochure collectors, and you know who you are out there. You get them and you review them the night that,
right.
or something, but most of them get thrown away. Well, I guess all of them eventually get thrown away, but it just goes to show you, like, there are people behind it, and effort and hours of planning and work that go into this product literature. And so, when you're at a show, maybe next time, if you're at a show and you pick up a Grand Design brochure, there's even a story behind the brochure. If you see a picture of, an Imagine, and it's in, a wooded area, realize that, we took it somewhere. We spent the time. There's all the things that go into that.
Oh, yeah.
And the man that made it happen was Tom Groff.
Well, I appreciate that. I might have snapped the button, and framing and all that, but it's a team here that that makes it happen. It's not just me,
Right.
Obviously it's the marketing team in general. I have a couple guys here, Matt and Brian, who are the graphic designers for
Mhm.
us, and they kind of take things sometimes from me and polish it up, or do things that I can't do in Photoshop.
Right.
But so trust me, it's a team effort.
Yeah.
It's not just me, but it starts with me, but it doesn't end with me.
Right.
Put it that way.
Well, that's fantastic, man. I mean, the stuff looks good, and I think people appreciate having that stuff that they can go and they can see in the videos, and so kudos to you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, time to go.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's actually the FAA. They say they've never heard of you, so we need to
Never
get
heard
out
of me?
We need to get out of here
All right,
too.
well, we better get out of here.
All right. See you later, guys.
Till next time.